Hello, I'm Angela Johnson and I'm one of the docrafts ambassadors. I'm really excited to be back here today to show you an interesting way to create a greetings card, but layering up dies and creating an eclipse dimensional effect. So we're going to start with a really beautiful large, it's a full-size die that has lots of detail on it, and it's like a tapestry die. It is the folk forest die. So the first thing I've done is I've cut this out of Coordinations cardstock. So this is the core cardstock, and I've cut it out once in dark blue, and I think you can really see, isn't this a sensational die? It is like one of the ornate grids that you'd see on a fireplace or on a tapestry in an old-fashioned house. So I really think that is so beautiful. It's got heart details, it's got stags. There's so much in this, but we're not going to use the die exactly as it is. We're going to do some different things, so keep watching. But first thing I've done is I've cut it also out in grey, and I've stuck it onto a piece of white cardstock. Now the reason I've done this is I want to layer up some lettering on top. Now there are three types of glue you can use to stick this beautiful die to your cardstock. You could use a stick-it roller. Now this is amazing. This has mini dots which are perfect for sticking a die to cardstock. Alternatively, you could use wet glue, but just make sure the die is completely dry before you carry on working with the project. Or else you could use some spray adhesive as well, but obviously use that in a ventilated area of your choice. But make sure that it's completely dry before you do this next technique. So I'm going to put this down and I'm going to get some lettering. Now the lettering I'm working with, again, is a lovely collection. This is the wedding lettering, and you've got all the letters of the alphabet, and the word I'm going to work with today is season's greetings. So I'm going to take the first two letters. I'll just put my glasses on so I get the right letters. I'm going to take an S, which obviously when you see them as dies, they're going to be back to front, and an E. Now, I have already worked out the spacing, so whatever word you're going to work out, put the letters on across the piece you're working on and make sure that you've got the spacing right. But I have worked this out before, so I know I'm going to put the S around there, and I'm going to put the E next to it there, leaving a space in between. Now, interestingly, when you look at this, you would think, well, she's cutting a die on top of another die on top of a piece of cardstock. But it works. So I'm going to need to keep these still and in place. So my top tip for you at home is, when I'm doing something that needs to stay in place on top of something that is already detailed, and I want to keep it absolutely the way it is, I don't want anything pulling off, I find some tapes can be too strong. So a stick-it note placed on the top leaves no residue whatsoever and really does hold those dies in place while I'm die cutting them. So once I'm sure that they are strong and held in place, I'm going to lift this up, I'm going to put this onto my die cutting machine, and I'm going to cut it out. I'm using my X-Cut super machine, which of course has the ability to cut at all different depths, lengths, different types of cardstock. So having two layers of cardstock will not be a challenge for this machine. Ready? So I'm just going to peel off, and as you see with the sticky notes, when you're using sticky notes, they really don't lift off any of the die that's underneath, and that was the key, to make sure that the dies stay in place, but also I don't damage that lovely die that I've already die cut. So then just pop out the dies and then pop out the letters, and what we'll see is that we have the first S and we have the first E. Now this does something else. This also leaves us with the two letters clearly left their space underneath, that we could fit those back in, and that would be a perfect match to the original design. Now, because I've got the whole world season's greetings that I want to work on, I've already prepared it earlier. So I'll just put this one to the side, and I'm going to use blue as my card base. I've got a 6x8 card, and I have cut out all the letters for Season's Greetings, which now you can get a real idea of why this is such a great system. You could leave that exactly as it is. That looks quite nice, showing the Season's Greetings through, but I think the next technique will really show you something quite different, but really quite inspiring. So I'm going to use my Stick It glue just to attach the blue cardstock to the card base, which is really, this glue is actually really good because it gives you a tiny little bit of wiggle time as well, so that when you are placing something and you want it to be absolutely straight, you've got that wiggle time. So I now have my base. I'm now going to do exactly the same to attach the main body of the card. Make sure I get enough all over the edges. Yes. Put it back. Always make sure you're up the right way. Nothing worse than you put it on upside down and you find you finished your card. You have to send it to somebody in Australia. I'm really pleased with that. So next job is to add the letters back in. Now, I've used some of the very tiny foam pads that we have here, and these are Stick It foam pads, but what you'll notice is the size of them. They are small, but they're the perfect size to fit on the back of my letters. So this is the S. I take one of those foam pads, and you can see I've put some on already. Just peel off the back, and now that is ready to fit into place for the first letter. Now we're going to do the same with all the letters. We're going to take them one by one. I've put them to the side because I have already worked out which one's going which place. Last one is the G. So now we have a really lovely dimensional card. But what we also did was, remember I said I'd cut it out in the blue as well. Now there are some features in here that I thought would be really nice to highlight, and that is the deers. So I'm going to use my scissors and just snip into this die and just take off the deers to layer back into the top of the card. I'm going to put some foam pads onto the project this time because I can see where it is and I want it to be raised up on the project. So if I put the foam pads on the deers, they might be in the gaps and that wouldn't be helpful to me. So I can see where he's going to go. So the foam pads are going onto the project on the raised parts. So let's take our lovely deers, make sure they're the right way round. And here is number one. It's just being a tiny bit of shadow there with the grey underneath. And the same with the blue one. Let's get a tiny bit of shadow underneath. Wow. Now that is an exciting way of using two sets of dies to create an eclipse card, and I hope you will have fun maybe making a card like this and using some of these tools, and look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye.